सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्. I welcome you all with my love and respects. Let's enter into today's sutra. Twelfth sutra in the first chapter, first section. Anandamayobhyasat. See, in the Vedic tradition, every master has to find the source of his philosophical teaching from this Brahma Sutra. If he wants to claim he belongs to Vedic tradition, he has to connect his teachings with Upanishads, he has to connect his teachings with Gita, he has to connect his teachings with Brahma Sutra. Everybody has to come under the classification of this three books. They are called Prasthanatraya in Sanskrit. Three major books. Everybody has to be classified by these three books. You have to fall into the category of these three books. Means, please understand, you should be able to connect yourself with these three books. You have to trace back the source of your teaching to these three books. You will have to find out some sutra which exactly tells your experience or what you mean to the world. Only then you can be an authentic guru from the Vedic tradition, the Hindu tradition. I can say among the hundreds of sutras, this sutra, Anandamayobhyasat, is the essence of Nityananda Sampradaya. This is the essence of our tradition. So through this sutra, we connect our whole life, philosophy, teaching, living, everything to the Vedic tradition. So this sutra is that important. So we will have debate on the sutra, end debate on the sutra for next 1 week. We will drill the sutra into our being. Not only that, I declare, from today, this sutra we will use it as a caption, the vision statement for our mission in as many places as possible, wherever we need to present our vision statement, our essence of our philosophy, our contribution to the world, to the human consciousness. We will use this sutra as a essence. Anandamayo Vyasat. I wanted to add the importance of the sutra. First, with my words, I wanted all of you to understand the importance of the sutra. Then I will translate. That is why I am not translating. I am keeping in suspense. Because this is going to be now Mahavagya for us. Anandamayo Vyasat. Every tradition from the Hindu tradition has to catch some sutra from Vedas, means Upanishads, or the Brahma Sutra, or Bhagavad Gita. So as I said, through this sutra we can directly connect all my teachings, techniques, principles, philosophies, everything to the Vedic tradition. We can now say very clearly, we belong to Vedic tradition because what we teach is directly from the source, from Brahma Sutras. Anandamayo Vyasat. Let me translate now. It's a translation of Swami Gambhirananda. The blissful one is the Supreme Self on account of repetition. Swami Vireshwarananda translates as the self consisting of bliss, etc. Brahman, which is spoken of as the tail, is put forward as an independent entity and not as something subordinate to Anandamaya, the self consisting of bliss, on account of the repetition. Swami Shivananda translates as Anandamaya means Parabrahman on account of the repetition of the word bliss as denoting the highest self. Let's see how Saraswati translates. Anandamayo Vyasat. Source is bliss because of repetition. What to make out of this one statement? Hundreds of understandings and clicks can happen from this one sutra. Source is bliss because again and again it is told in Shastra Pramana, again and again it is told in Apta Pramana, again and again it is told in Atma Pramana. Again and again it is told in Shastra Pramana, again and again it is told in Apta Pramana, again and again it is told in Atma Pramana. This can be one understanding. Again I can translate. Bliss is the source Our source is the bliss. Our Parabrahman is bliss. Our bliss is Parabrahman, because again and again and again when you return to source, you experience bliss. Again and again you experience bliss only when you return to source. Returning to source is bliss. Returning to bliss means being in source. Thousands of clicks can happen just with this one great truth. Anandamaya Abhyasat. I can give you one more way of understanding. Because of our experience, Abhyasat means our experience, our habitual experience, we can say Anandamaya is the source. Anandamaya is the cause. Cause is Ananda. Source is Ananda. As I explained in last few days of sutras, the Bhagavan Vedavyasa, Badarayana Vyasa, goes on and on and on in different aspects of enlightenment, in different aspects of source. Each day, in each sutra, we are studying different aspects of the source. One day he said, source is truth. Then he says, source is intelligence. Today he says, in this sutra, source is bliss, Ananda. The sacred secrets from this sutra, source is bliss. So always come back to the source. Source is bliss. So stay in the source. Parabrahman is bliss. So anything other than bliss, don't let your life to be with that. Don't settle down for anything which is other than bliss. Anything other than bliss. Anything other than source cannot be the ultimate, cannot exist even in the middle time. Please understand, if something will not exist after your enlightenment, that cannot exist even before enlightenment. If something is going to disappear after your enlightenment, that cannot exist even before your enlightenment. Because anything exists has to exist forever, anything cannot exist forever. Sacred secret from the sutra is Live only in things which is bliss, nothing else. Don't compromise your life for anything. No need to waste your life on anything other than bliss. I tell you, bliss is worthy of sacrificing anything for it, but nothing is worthy of sacrificing bliss for it. Let us understand bliss. Let me honest. Let me be very honest. I am not able to translate or define bliss. Bliss is the intense excitement for everything, of everything, without anything. Bliss is intense excitement of everything, intense excitement for everything, overflowing for nothing, overflowing without anything. I can go on defining bliss. Just one moment before I said I am not able to define bliss. Now I am saying I can go on defining. Because still you know how to make thread out of cotton, you will say, no, I can't. Once you know how to make thread out of cotton, you will say, I can go on making because I have enough cotton. Same way when I said, I can't define bliss, I have bliss, but I don't know how to describe it in the words. Now because I described once, I can go on and on and on and describe. But I don't want to describe just because I need to describe. No. I wanted to describe which will make you practical. Please understand. I do feel responsible for taking so many of your time. I do feel responsible for your time. So I am not going to waste talking or giving the useless meanings. I will give the meaning which will be directly a technique or click for you. Intense excitement of everything, for everything, without anything.